What is going on? Charles Boneston here. We are at the office. It is Columbus Day. There is no one next door, and there's no one next door. So that means they're taking off. So I'm going to be bringing up something that is, it's been floating around. I think Gary Vaynerchuk's been talking about it, but I want to reiterate it because Evan Carmichael, he has a YouTube channel. Highly recommend you go check that out. But Evan Carmichael was talking about, or he compiles the top 10 advice, and one of them was Steve Jobs. And I highly recommend you check it out. It's 30 minutes. And the reason being is that if someone like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, if they say something, that means they've literally filtered everything else out of their life. And they're saying the things that really matter, the things that really count, because they filtered out like consistent or persistent. But Steve Jobs said something very interesting in the top 10. And I paused it. And by the way, I've seen this video like maybe 15, 20 times. It's just such a great motivational, like from one of the best. And just think about it for 22 seconds, which is this guy completely revolutionized the internet, iTunes, the Apple Store, and in movies. And now, Amazon, they took off of that. Netflix, streaming, everything is streaming, everything is online, let alone the Apple products. So he said something in there and it really hit me. And the reason being is that, so I'll say what he said and then why it hit me. So he said that entrepreneurship is not as sexy as most people think. It comes off online as this great, fun, easy, convenient, money just flows into your pocket, you don't have to do anything, blah, blah, blah. But this is what he said. He said, entrepreneurship is so hard that you have to be, I don't know what word to use, crazy or whatever, to stay in there because most people, this is what he said, most people give up. Most people give up. It's not as easy as what people see online. And I know you're thinking there, oh, okay, nice, that's great, Charles. But I don't think you know until you actually literally push away your boat, and now you're push your boat away from the port, and you're on the entrepreneurial vessel of life. And you have no security, you have nothing, and you're actually trying to make it. It is not as easy as what people think. And the reason being I'm bringing this up is because over the weekend I saw these ridiculous shows on YouTube. It was obviously on, say, MSNBC or one of these, MSNBC runs like The Rich and the Famous or whatever. I don't even know what, I haven't owned a TV in years. 2011, actually. And on there, they have these Instagram millionaires. And all they're talking about is these people that just post, they monetize their followers, and they're living in the Ritz, or they have Ferraris and private planes, and there's really no real business behind it. Not to say anything, but it's kind of like very Tai Lopez, except without the information. When you need to monetize your audience, you have to do it in a good way, like Brian Tracy or Tony Robbins or Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn. You have to do it that way. Or you could go the author route, like Ryan Holiday. But the people that monetize their social audience, it's just inauthentic. You're not leaving a legacy. You're kind of a douche. And people see that and they think, oh, okay, this is what I'm going to do. That looks so easy. All you have to do is just rent a Ferrari, a bunch of girls, get a really nice house, and just start taking photos, and then you monetize your audience. And that's the thing, is that if you're building a real business, that is not what it is like. Okay? It is very unsexy. It is very stressful. There is very little sleeping, and you will probably fail. Statistically, you probably will fail. Okay? This is the truth that nobody talks about. It is Columbus Day. I have so much work, there is not enough time in the day to get all of the work. And why am I making a 4-minute or 5-minute clip right now? Is because I have to literally get this out there. Where am I coming from? I want to grow. See that right there? That's the floor plan of Hudson Yards, okay? Where I want to take my business. That's 2025. You can actually go over and see it. Says 2025. I'm going to be 40 years old. That's 8 years away. until I'm 40, and I want that to be my new business. Right now, look at the size of this is my office, okay? That's insane. You don't even want to know what I'm paying for it. Beautiful building, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying is, listen to what Steve Jobs said. You have to be crazy to build something that's, let alone great, like outstanding, like Apple. Number one is most people give up. Do not look at these. It's nice to look at. Don't believe it. Don't believe these Instagram accounts. Don't believe, like Ty Lopez, he's monetizing his audience. Listen, I subscribe to him, but I might unsubscribe from him. Nothing against the guy. He's not doing anything illegal. But he's bringing up something. Why is Gary more popular? Because Gary's bringing up, like, it's not easy, okay? So I don't even know where I'm going with this. I kind of just needed to say that because there are no people who are saying how challenging it is when there's when your rent goes up on your office, regulations, laws, an employee quits, a competitor, the internet. There's so many things. The market. There's so many things that can happen. You rely on a third party or someone that actually produces something that helps you for, like, we use so many different third parties, our CRM, our internet, what if they just jack up the prices all at once? Google Docs, we use that, Google Suites. So this is really just saying what you see on the internet is not real life. When you actually push your boat away from the port of life and you're on the vessel of entrepreneurship, that's when you actually can say, oh, okay, this is more challenging. This is more an authentic video than you see online. All right, so leave your comments below. It's not saying I don't recommend getting into entrepreneurship. I can't do anything else. I can't, Gary says I can't breathe. I can't either. I can't listen to anyone else. I cannot. I can't. It's so hard. I never did it when I was younger, authority or my parents or society. I was just always a renegade. I was never good at school. It's they're all pretty much the same thing. There's very rare people like Mark Zuckerberg who went to Harvard and did really well. Jeff Bezos, he was actually really smart, so maybe I'm incorrect there. But there are a true entrepreneur that starts even a 1 to 100 person business are the people that they just can't breathe listening to anyone else. They have to make the decision because it's trust and everything else. If that's you, start a business. Just know it's going to be challenging. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. We have the vlog. He's coming back next week, and that's pretty much it. So leave your comments and any questions because we're going to start going live as well.